is not what I want. This is what I
Ah,
want.
all right. Well, we are on the way now. I got the phone charging. I got all the apps that I could think of that were running. I got them turned off. I hope.
Well,
So the overheating shouldn't be from any apps running inside the phone. So
yeah.
it's
But
not hot.
also, yeah, yeah. But it
What
also
it?
could be your device could be aging because
Oh yeah,
my mother's first tablet had that problem.
yeah. I mean, this phone is a couple years old, obviously. S23. Where are they at now? What are they on?
Oh, I have no answer.
We got S25, I think, but they also have other phones they created since then.
Yeah, my
I
uncle
just
might be
thought,
looking for a new phone soon.
okay. I just thought I'd go for a little drive today, get out. And, man, I didn't realize it was going to be this cold, though. Man,
Yeah, and let me tell you something about phones. If you're gonna go for a prepaid phone, you want if you don't want to spend that much, you might want to go for like something that's within the $50 to $100 price range.
yeah.
Because anything below $50, you're gonna have issues with it.
Oh, yeah. I don't like prepaid phone. I know it's good if you're in a jam and you need phone. You need a phone. It's not a bad idea, and you can afford like 1 month payment just to get you going. You know,
Oh yeah.
but after a couple of months of that, you end up running out of time. I always ended up running out of time, minutes or whatever. And I had to purchase another card or add more minutes to it. That was just a pain in the neck every day. Or
Oh yeah.
every
Now
couple of
it's
weeks, and it and
yeah.
it
Now
always
it's more
happened.
fixed. Now it's
Yeah,
more fixed.
yeah, and it always happened when you were in between paydays, and then you had to get more time on it. Well, now I ain't got no money. Now I'm gonna have no phone for 2 weeks. And during the time that I really needed the phone, like when I had to check in and I had to have a phone active so they can contact me, you know, and
Yeah.
it was like, well, what am I gonna do now? I don't have a phone for 2 weeks. What do I do? So yeah, that was a pain in the neck. Lucky for me, everything worked out though. I like the ownership of the phone, and I like having the monthly plan. Yes, it is a little more expensive, but I know what I'm getting, and I never I usually never have any trouble except for like when I'm doing live drives. It likes to overheat sometimes, and so besides that, I haven't had very many problems with this phone. And I don't think today is going to be a problem with the overheating. The overheating could have been coming also from the hot sun coming down onto the phone from the window. So I had to find another way to have this phone mounted and have it shielded from the sunlight without interfering with my view. So I'm thinking if we put something, just a small square dark tent right out where the windows, right where the phone's mounted, then that would shield the sunlight from getting right on the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in that way, I won't have to worry about
Oh.
the sunlight heating up the phone when it's you know 85, 90 degrees. We've only had like 2 of those days anyway, so that's not a problem
Hmm.
so far. But man, I can't believe we got a frost warning in May, Bobby. A frost warning. Who the hell ordered that shit? I'm gonna complain to the boss right now.
And that's the problem. You can't just do that.
God, I want to know why we have 46 degrees, and I want to know why we have a frost warning in May. Of course, I do remember last year in May we had snow, Bobby. We had like
Uh-huh.
16 inches of snow last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Middle of May, we had that snowfall, and actually in June we had a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
I guess God doesn't have to answer me because He's not going to.
Yeah. 84 degrees where I'm at. And
Oh
we
my
got a
goodness.
flood warning.
I, to be honest with you, I would much rather have it 84 degrees than 46 degrees. And I was thinking I'd come out here without my jacket. I'm glad I got it. I made sure I put it on.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Well,
just, yeah, it gets crazy.
how I put my shoes on, Bobby, I use a long shoehorn, you know,
Oh,
to put
wow.
my shoes on so I don't have to bend over so I don't have to bend over and put my shoes on. But they're
Yeah.
just slip-ins, you know. But sometimes when I'm trying to do it, I have to lean or I lose my balance and I have to lean. I didn't have to lean today, Bobby. I didn't have to lean on the wall or anything. I didn't lose my balance.
Yeah. That's,
So that's pretty good. So something's working out right. Something's changing, getting fixed.
hmm. Oh, that's good news.
At least it seems like it, you know. So
Yeah.
yes, I'm doing better on the balance. I'm doing better on not getting wore out so bad. I can take the can out, trash can out, bring it in without falling down on the driveway.
Yeah. You still got Peacock, huh? Or you
What's
had to
that?
cancel it? Yeah, you had Peacock, or you got to cancel it?
Peacock, the streaming service?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I still got at least got Peacock. The Eurovision Grand Finals is today in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I might have it on the either the phone service or the direct TV service. I'm not sure which one. I got Max on the direct TV service, which is also connected to AT&T, which means I get free Max, you know, Cinemax, which I don't watch, but I mean I got it. So like if I'm on a trip somewhere I want to watch a movie on Max, I can just turn on my phone and watch it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I can also put on direct TV on my phone too and watch it anywhere. So there's that. Yeah, I was thinking Subway sandwich, foot long steak and cheese, Bobby. That sounds good on it.
Shoot.
Hoping my one
You
girl that
lucky
works there
you got
is there today.
yeah, you lucky you got money coming out of your butt. I have to wait until PayPal until SS either PayPal or SS
Yeah, well,
Security decides they're gonna give it to me early. It's usually PayPal.
and yet, Bobby, I'm still broke. I still ain't got no money. But yet I got money to eat, but I ain't got no money. I can't pay my friend Joe that does the lawn service. I have to pay him in September when I get done with the mortgage payment. I get done with mortgage payment in August actually, and then I can
Wow.
pay Joe. I can pay Joe his whole bill that I owe him. And thankfully, he was willing to wait He's not gonna throw a big fit about it. I'm like the only one that he calls so and answers the phone and actually explain to him what's going on. Other people that owe him money, they hide from him. They don't talk to him. They ignore him. That's not right.
Yeah.
Take care of the damn bill.
What's the point of service if you're not going to respond to this?
Yeah. In my case, I'm not being able to pay him. I just had other things come up that I had to pay, like medical and stuff like that. And being double charged for things that I didn't know how to double charge for. So I won't talk about that here, but talk about that later. And I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. I can't get reimbursed for it. I'm stuck. Say hi to Mr. Rock.
Hey, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out if I can make that work on a positive note, maybe help somebody out eventually. That's my idea of what I did wrong.
Yeah.
But I kept trying to figure out why am I so short on cash? Well, my insurance is $219 a month, Bobby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's for full coverage a month. I've been with them
And to
for
make
about.
matters worse, you got next work coming up.
Yeah, well, I got that. Remember, I won't have my mortgage payment, so I got that. That's in October, I think. I ain't too worried about that one. Getting the mortgage paid off is a big deal, Bobby. I won't have that monthly payment each month.
Yeah. I
I
still
just
want
have
to
to pay.
know when you go back to do UM to see if they make decals for the Xbox Series S consoles.
Yeah.
Maybe I might get one that says ERT radio on it and stuff.
Oh, there you go. I want to keep her video going, even if I decide to expire today, Bobby. You'd have to keep it going.
That if I have if people be donating, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean I did Rita day before yesterday when on during IT I forgot to put the PayPal logo back on.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope you didn't. I know you probably didn't notice it and stuff.
No, I didn't notice it. That's okay. Just try to do it when you can think of it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna
Man, I
see
don't
right
need any.
now. Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say I don't need any air conditioner today.
That's
Go ahead. Go with what you thought.
yeah. Now Linux, if done right, you're gonna have a good time. Sometimes you might need a little bit of post installation maintenance, but once you get like every day the way you want to do it, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah. Get my lunch. Get home, and hopefully Barry will be on today at 3 o'clock. I think he said 2 o'clock our time. I really want to see them start busting these assholes that are breaking the law. I'm talking about Congress people and former FBI agent or director rather.
I think you told me about that the other day.
Yeah, he's sitting there putting a hit on President Trump, that should be prison time automatically, no questions asked.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, you shouldn't threaten anybody's life, but especially a leader of our country.
Yeah,
And
that's
if you're in that leadership role of the FBI director, that holds you even greater regard than a regular citizen, if that makes any sense. Like, for instance, a cop is held at a higher regard than you or me, okay?
yeah.
So, meaning if they break the law and they know what the law is, they should be held accountable twice as hard. That makes sense?
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Like if the teacher in the school breaks the law, she should be held twice as hard as any student that might break the law. Because the teacher is the leader. And they're supposed to know the law.
Yeah.
Wow, that tree come down. I'm glad it didn't hit me. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I don't like it when somebody has to pay for something that necessarily they shouldn't have been. But then at the same time, you get people, for instance, let's look at Derek Chauvin. He goes to 23 years sentence for, getting a drug dealer off the street, drug abuser George Floyd off the street. Now, of course, he died in the episode, George Floyd did. But Derek Chauvin goes to prison for 23 years, right?
Mm.
And then there was a guy that killed, a black guy that killed somebody, just in the news. And he got like 6 months or something like that. Some kind of stupid, ridiculous thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you kill somebody, you should get what you deserve, which is, well, you can't get along with society. I say life in prison, you need to go. In my opinion, you don't have to agree with me.
Yeah.
I believe in the death penalty personally. That's just me. If you do something that warrants death penalty, you should get it. And if
You,
you're killing somebody else, if you're taking somebody else's life, then
yeah.
guess what, Bobby? You deserve the death penalty.
Or life without parole.
Yeah, but why should you and I pay for that? So you and I have to pay for that, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Death penalty. What's the cost of a death penalty and having the person gone? If we can talk about that like that here, I don't know. But
Yeah.
if you talk about that situation and they're gone, you
Yeah.
don't have to pay. You only pay one time for the service. You see what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
if it's life in prison, you have to pay for his whole life and everything that he gets. I mean, that makes no sense. I mean, if he's bad enough to have life in prison, then I would say he's bad enough to get the other sentence as well. Okay, that's probably why I'm not a judge. All right.
Thank God you're not. Or do you ever have to do any jury duty?
No.
I was this close of getting jury duty until I had to make that phone call at that certain period of time to let me know if I still need to go. And I found out I don't need to go. I've been considered dismissed.
I'm going down the street there. People are trying to cross the street, and they look at me like I'm in the wrong. I'm driving. You gotta wait for me to go past.
Yeah, so I was telling you the onlyest time where I could be in jury duty, and I was dismissed as
No,
an assault.
there were a couple of things. One, I was diagnosed with my mental disabilities already, so I couldn't necessarily stand any jury duty in that sense. And then the other thing too is that I was on. Social Security. I don't know if that makes anything different. I was on Social Security disability or whatever already, so I don't know if that makes any difference. But I was never
Yeah,
asked.
I'm gonna tell
Never
you.
asked.
Now I can live a normal life if I can control the stress. If I
Yeah,
can't control the stress, I don't need to be here.
yeah, and that's hard, Bobby. That is hard. Trust me, I know. I don't know why that person is way over there, like right on the line.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we made it. All right. Let me get.
Yeah.
One boy's on a scooter. He's going really fast. The other boy's complaining about the boy on the scooter or something, and the mom's pulling the groceries. You know what I'd do if I was mom? I'd have the other kid pull the groceries.
That's just about right.
I mean, that would solve his complaining about the kid on the scooter, right?
More
He would
like
have someone too.
more like hashtag problem solved.
Yeah, if you have something to do, you're not going to be complaining about somebody else. You're going to be too busy doing something, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we'll see you on the way home. I'm going to go ahead and go to Hy-Vee here, and then we'll go to Subway, and then we'll head back home at that point. All right?
All
I'll
right.
give
Thank
you a
y'all for
holler.
watching.
Bye for now.
Thank y'all for watching.